मवाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम्। सर्वेभ्यो नमस्काराः। मङ्गलेन प्रारम्भं कुर्मः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। So, punaravartanam of the shlokas that we covered in the last class. अहं सर्वदा दुःखभारावसन्नः भवान् दीनबन्धुः त्वदन्यं न याचे भवद्भक्तिरोधं सदा क्लिप्तबाधं ममाधिं द्रुतं नाशय उमासुत त्वम्। हे उमासुता, ओ उमासुता, ओ son of Uma, mama adhim tvam drutam nashaya iti prarthana. My adhi is manovyatha. We have been seeing it for the last couple of classes. Vyadhi is sharira badha, and the badha that comes to the mind is adhi. So that adhi is more powerful, more problematic than vyadhi. So that adhi you please destroy for me, because when we have vyadhi, if we do not have adhi because of the vyadhi, okay, we will actually be able to bear it and go through it, right? Even if there is no vyadhi and there is only adhi, still we are stuck. It is a big problem. So the bigger problem he is asking to solve. Okay, mama adhim nashaya, mama manovyatham duri kuru. So, hey Umasutta. Now, how is this adhi? This adhi is bhavat bhakti rodha. It is stopping me from devoting my mind to you. It is stopping your bhakti. Bhavat bhakti rodham and sada klipta badham. It is always creating obstacles for me. All kinds of obstacles, not just for your bhakti, but even my everyday routine is affected because of this adhi. So please destroy that for me. And then aham sarvada dukkhabharavasannaha, and because of this adhi, aham dukkhabharavasannaha, I am always low. I am always low because of the dukkha. And you are Dinabandhu. You are very, very compassionate. So please do it for me. And I have one resolve. Whatever happens, I will not destroy I will not ask anyone else. Okay, you. I'm not going to ask anybody else other than you. Twadanyam nayache. Bhavan nashayatu. You destroy it for me, and I am not going to ask anyone else other than you. Is my request, is my prarthana. We'll go to the next shloka. अपस्मारकुष्ठक्षयार्षः प्रमेह ज्वरोन्माद गुल्मादि रोगा महान्तः पिशाचाश्च सर्वे भवत्पत्रभूतिं विलोक्य क्षणात् तारकारे द्रवन्ते. हे तारकारे, O destroyer of Taraka, O enemy of Taraka, bhavat patrabhutim vilokya, seeing your patrabhuti. Okay, so this patrabhuti is a speciality of Tiruchendur. We saw the other day the vibhuti prasada that is given in Tiruchendur even today is given on a paneer leaf. Okay, that is what is called patrabhuti. Okay. That patrabhutim vilokya, seeing that patrabhuti, all these things run away in a second. Kshanat dravante, they run away. What are those things that run away? Seeing the patrabhuti, by the mere presence of patrabhuti, these things are destroyed. What are they? Apasmara, kushtha, kshaya, arshaha, prameha, jwara, unmada, gulmadi, roga, mahantaha rogaha. Diseases that are very, very difficult to get cured otherwise. All those great rogas, and he has listed a few like apasmara, epilepsy, kushtha, kshaya, then arsha, we saw piles, kshaya was tuberculosis, prameha, okay, prameha was diabetes, we saw that some sort of urinary infection is prameha, jwara, unmada, insanity, Gulma, okay, any abdominal problem is known as gulma, stomach pain, okay, gulma, adayaha mahantaha rogaha, and many other great diseases, all of them, and pishachaha, okay, pishachas that possess the mind or the body of anybody, they are also destroyed by the very presence, by seeing the patrabhuti of yours, they all are destroyed. So what that we saw here, vilokya kshanat dravante. नेक्स्ट वन दृशि स्कंदमूर्तिः श्रुतौ स्कंदकीर्तिः मुखे मे पवित्रं सदा तच्चरित्रं करे तस्य कृत्यं वपुस्तस्य भृत्यं गुहे सन्तु लीनाः ममाशेष भावाः. So this is another prarthana where he asks the Lord to make his entire body and mind, all the bhavas that are associated with the mind and all the activities that are associated with each sense organ, may they be devoted to Guha. May I not think of anything else. You please bless me with such a state. Guhe mama ashesha bhavaha leenaha santu. May all my bhavanas, all my thoughts and all my activities merge in Guha. May they be about Guha. Okay, or every sense organ, may it be devoted to Guha. So Drishi Skanda Murti. In my eyes, may I always see Skanda Murti, Skanda's form. Shrutau Skanda Kirti. May I always hear his glory. Mukhe me sada tat pavitram charitram. So in my mouth, okay, may there always be, may I always speak the glory of the Lord. Tat charitram, which is sacred. Pavitram tat charitram sada me mukhe bhavatu. Okay. May my mouth utter only his names, only his glory. Kare tasya krityam. May my hands involve themselves only in his activity, in his karya. Vapustasya bhrityam. May my entire sharira become his kinkara, his servant. Okay. And all my bhavaha, may they merge in Guha. May they be about Guha always. Yeah. We saw these three in the last class, and today's shlokas. So, Muninaamutaho nrृणां bhakti bhajam.
Muninaamutaho nrृणां bhakti bhajam. Muninaamutaho nrृणां bhakti bhajam.
Abhishtapradas santi sarvatra devaah.
Abhishtapradah santi sarvatra devaah. Abhishtapradah santi sarvatra devaah.
Nrृणामन्त्यजानामपि स्वार्थदाने.
नृणामन्त्यजानामपि स्वार्थदाने. नृणामन्त्यजानामपि स्वार्थदाने.
गुहाद्देवमन्यं न जाने न जाने.
गुहाद्देवमन्यं न जाने न जाने. गुहाद्देवमन्यं न जाने न जाने.
मुनीनामुताहो नृणां भक्तिभाजाम्.
मुनीनामुताहो नृणां भक्तिभाजाम्. मुनीनामुताहो नृणां भक्तिभाजाम्.
अभीष्टप्रदाः सन्ति सर्वत्र देवाः.
अभीष्टप्रदाः सन्ति सर्वत्र देवाः. अभीष्टप्रदाः सन्ति सर्वत्र देवाः.
नृणामन्त्यजानामपि स्वार्थदाने.
नृणामन्त्यजानामपि स्वार्थदाने. नृणामन्त्यजानामपि स्वार्थदाने.
गुहाद्देवमन्यं न जाने न जाने.
गुहाद्देवमन्यं न जाने न जाने गुहाद्देवमन्यं न जाने न जाने.
धन्यवादः भगिनी. हाँ, so the padacheda we will do. Muninam utaho. Muninam utaho. Utaho is one word. Okay, it is an avyaya. Utaho nrinam bhakti bhajam abhishta pradaha santi. So that becomes abhishta pradas santi. Abhishta pradaha santi. Sarvatra devaha. नृणाम अन्त्यजानाम नृणाम अन्त्यजानाम अपि स्वार्थदाने गुहात् देवम् अन्यम् so गुहात् देवम् that is how we split the sandhi anyam na jane. So what is Acharya telling here? He says, I do not know any other deva than Guha. Guhat anyam devam na jane. Okay, he says it twice. That means he's very, very sure about it. Okay, he says, Guhat anyam devam. I do not know of any other devata other than Skanda, other than Muruga. Why? For what? Of course, there are many devas, right? That is what he mentions in the first pada. He says, Sarvatra devaha santi. Okay. Devaha sarvatra santi. Devatas are, of course, there. They are everywhere. Okay. You can find many devatas in many places. Sarvatra devaha bahavaha santi. Many devas are there. But what do? They will bless people. Okay. Abhishta pradaha santi. Okay, so they are there who give abhishta for their bhaktas. Abhishta means what? That's something that the bhakta very much wants. That is abhishta, right? That which is ishta for the bhakta, that these devas give. That is why they are abhishta pradaha. Those that give what is desired by the bhakta. They are abhishta pradaha devaha sarvatra santi. They are there everywhere. But what is the problem with those devatas? He says they will give abhishta only for two kinds of people. Who are they? Muninam abhishta pradaha santi. So if a bhakta is a muni, okay, if a devotee, he is a muni. Okay. So who is muni? Mananashilaha munihi. Okay, the one who is capable of controlling his mind, okay, and focusing on something is called a muni. So if somebody is a muni and they are able to focus all their thoughts on Shanmukha all the time, and they have some abhishta, then not Shanmukha. Here it is the case of other devatas, sorry. So if there is a muni who is worshipping some deva and he is all focused on that deva, and that deva will readily bless him. Okay, such devatas are there everywhere. So muninam abhishta pradaha devaha sarvatra santi. Utaho means otherwise. Okay, so or else bhakti bhajam nrinam abhishta pradaha devaha santi. Or else there are devatas who give abhishta to whom? To men who are devoted, who have bhakti. Bhakti bhajam. Bhakti bhak means the one who has bhakti. So bhakti bhajam nrinam. For the ones who have bhakti, there are umpteen number of devatas in this world who will bless them with whatever they want. Okay. So, but what is the greatness of the devata in blessing somebody who is a muni or a bhakti bhak? Right? Because most likely a muni or a bhakti bhak will not even want anything from that devata. Leave alone the devata blessing him. He might not even have wants. He has become a muni. Okay. Or the one who is a bhakti bhak, for him bhakti itself is enough. Right? He does not want anything more. Or even if he wants something, there are devatas who are ready to bless such people. But then antyajanam nrinam api swarthadane guhat anyam devam na jane. So antyajanam nrinam api. So to those who are in the lowest hierarchy in the society. Antyajaha means the one who is born at the end. Antya means end, right? The one who is born at the end is called an Antyaja. Okay. So Antyaja here refers to a person who is a Chandala. Okay. So Chandala, so Chandalanam Dranam api. So even to those who are Chandalas, okay. So even to those people, this Guha will give Abhishta. Swarthadana. Okay, Swarthadana means what? See, Artha means that which is sought after is known as Artha. Arthyate iti Artha. Okay. That which is sought after is called Artha. Artha, of course, has many meanings. One of the meaning is meaning itself. Okay. So Artha, it can also refer to wealth. Okay. So that which is sought after is Artha. So wealth is called Artha because it is sought after. Okay. So Swa Artha Dane. So that which is sought after, this Guha will give it. Okay. Danam means giving, right? So giving away what one desires, even for people who are Chandalas. Okay. Guhat Anyam Devam Najane means what? Such an easily accessible Devata for everybody. Okay, such a devata, I am not aware of any other devata other than Guha, is Acharya's Shapatha. He says it twice. Najane. Okay, this is my final resolve. It is my final conclusion. That is what he says. Now, Chandala can refer to a person who is born in that jati. Okay, so it can of course refer to that person, but here I think it should be taken in a more metaphorical sense, because Guha is definitely not the deity to be worshipped by Chandalas alone. The intention of the Acharya is here to say that he is accessible to everybody. So even if you are a Parama Papi, okay, that is why even in the previous, one of the previous shlokas, he says that Mahambodhi Tire Mahapapa Chore. So even if you're a Mahapapin, it does not matter. You come to this place, all your Mahapatakas are also gone. Okay, so Antyajaha here should mean somebody who is very, 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 very low in guna. Okay, so guna vihinanam api swarthadane guhat anyam devam najane. Okay. See, in one of the Tirupugals, Arunagirinathar also says, who is a Chandala? Okay, so he says, ஆவி ஈடேரிட நெறிபாரா வினைச்சண்டாளனை வீணனை நீநிதி தனைக்கண்டானவமான நிர்மூடனை விடக்கண்பார் நுகர் பாழனை ஓர்மொழி பகராதே விகற்பங்கூரிடும் மோகவிகாரனை அறத்தின் பாலுழுகாத முதேவியை விழித்துன் பாதுகை நீ தர நான் அருள் பெறுவேனோ. It is a wonderful Tiruppugal where he says, he talks about himself, but then of course it is not for him, but it is for all of us. He says, how am I? He is describing himself. He says, Avi Iderida Neripara Vinaychandalan. So I am a Chandala. He calls himself Chandala. Why was he born in a Chandala Kula? No. Because Avi Iderida Neripara Vinaychandalan. He says, so because I have not thought about the welfare of my Atman, I have been such a Muda. And Veenanai, he says, okay, I have wasted my life like anything. I have not thought about what is good for my Atman finally. How will I have not thought about my release at all. Despite suffering so much, if there is somebody who will enjoy the suffering and not think about a way of coming out of the suffering, what can I call that person? That is why he says that is a Chandala. He is a Chandala. And he says he calls himself a Nirmuda, Mudevi, etc. Okay, so Vidakkanbai Nugar Padanai. So I have enjoyed, relished eating meat. Okay, Vidakku in Tamil means meat. Okay, so I have done all sorts of wrong things in my life. Okay, Padanai, Ormuri Pagarade, Vigarpam Kuridum, Moga Vigaranai. Okay, I have never uttered the Lord's name even once in my life. Okay, I am such a papi. Okay, and Arathin Pal Urugada Mudevi. He says, okay, I have never thought about dharma. Okay, Arathin Pal Urugada Mudevi means I have never cared to tread the path of dharma. I am such a he calls himself as a Mudevi and all. Okay, so he says he has wasted away his life like anything, and still he asks Muruga, to such a person, Vilittun Padugai Neetara Nanarul Peruveno. So, will you not call me and bless me with your Padukas, O Muruga? He knows that he is such a Nicha. Despite that, he is confident that Muruga will come and shower his blessings on him. Okay, so that is the kind of confidence he has on Muruga, and that is why perhaps Adi Shankara also says that even to the lowest of the lowest, Muruga is accessible. That is why Antyajanam Dranam api Swarthadane Guhat Anyam Devam Najane Najane. I do not know of any other deity who will bless even the Nicha among the Nichas with all that they desire. Such a compassionate deity I am not aware of. That is what Acharya suggests here. Guhat. So, Sarvatra Devaha Santi. There are Devas everywhere. How are they? Abhishta Pradaha. There are Devas who will give away Abhishta, who will give away what people desire. But to whom will they bless? They might bless Munayaha, they might bless Rishis or Bhakti Bhajam Ranam, or to people who are very much devoted to that deity. They might bless them with all that they desire. But Antyajanam Ranam api Swarthadane. But to even those people who are the lowest among the low, born at the end. Okay, so the lowest of the low, even to such people, Swarthadane, in giving what they desire, Guhat Anyam Devam, a deity other than Guha, than Skanda, Najane, I do not know of, I do not know of. That is what the Acharya says here. Okay, I think the Tatparya should be clear. Agre Saramaha. Kalatram Suta Bandhuvargah Pashurva.
Kalatram Suta Bandhuvargah Pashurva. Kalatram Suta Bandhuvargah Pashurva.
Naro Vathanari Grihe Ye Madiyaha.
Naro Vathanari Grihe Ye Madiyaha. Naro Vathanari Grihe Ye Madiyaha.
Yajanto Namantastuvanto Bhavantam.
Yajanto Namantah Stuvanto Bhavantam. Yajanto Namantah Stuvanto Bhavantam.
Smarantascha te santu sarve kumara.
Smarantascha te santu sarve kumara. Smarantascha te santu sarve kumara.
Kalatram Suta Bandhuvargah Pashurva.
Kalatram Suta Bandhuvargah Pashurva. Kalatram Suta Bandhuvargah Pashurva.
Naro Vathanari Grihe Ye Madiyaha.
Naro Vathanari Grihe Ye Madiyaha. Naro Vathanari Grihe Ye Madiyaha.
Yajanto Namantastuvanto Bhavantam.
Yajanto Namantah Stuvanto Bhavantam. Yajanto Namantah Stuvanto Bhavantam.
Smarantascha te santu sarve kumara.
Smarantascha te santu sarve kumara. Smarantascha te santu sarve kumara.
Dhanyavadah Bhagini. Let us do the Padacheda. It's an easy verse. Kalatram Sutaha Bandhuvargaha Pashuhu Va Naraha Va अथ नारी गृहे ये मदीयाः यजन्तः नमन्तः स्तुवन्तः भवन्तं. So there is a nice alliteration there. Yajantah, namantah, stuvantah, bhavantam, smarantah. So you can see the inta sound repeating nicely there. Yajantah, namantah, stuvantah, bhavantam, smarantah cha te santu sarve kumara. Okay, that is how we do the padacheda for that. And now we will see the artha. So what is his prarthana here? He says, Hey Kumara, O Kumara. He is addressing Muruga directly. And here he says, Grihe, okay, in my house. Griham means house, right? So in my house, there are many people. Okay. Who are they all? Who are all there at my house? He says, he gives a list. Kalatram. Kalatram means wife. Okay. So Kalatram is an interesting shabda in Sanskrita because it refers to wife, okay, but it is a Napumsakalinga shabda. Okay, so Kalatram, Kalatre, Kalatrani, that's how you use it. So Sanskritam interestingly has shabdas in 3 different lingas for wife. Okay, so you can refer to a wife in Pullinga. Okay, it is very weird, but you can refer to the wife in Pullinga, Daraha, and it is a Nitya Bahuvachana shabda. It is used only in plural. Okay, so Daraha means wife. Okay, so Pullinga shabda. Then of course you have words like Patni, Bharya. Okay, they are all Strilinga shabdas. And this Kalatram is a Napumsakalinga shabda. All the shabdas refer to wife. Okay, so in my house, my wife, Kalatram, and then Sutaha, my children. Okay, my children, Sutaha, Bandhuvargaha, and then there is a big Bandhuvarga. Okay, my relatives, those who are there at my house, okay, or near my house, anybody related to me, Bandhuvargaha, and then Pashuhu, okay, even the Pashus in my house. Okay, so all those Pashus that I am rearing, okay, those Pashus. Then Naraha Pashuhu va, be it Pashu or a Nara, okay, be it Pashu or Nara or Nari, okay, so man, woman, Pashu, anybody at my house, whatever is mine, ye madiyaha santi, all those who belong to me, all those whom I associate with, that is the intention. Okay, so whoever I associate with, most likely whom will I associate with? Though my wife, my children, my relatives, and those that are there at my home, they are my immediate contact, right? So all those people or even animals, Pashuhuva, Narahava, Atha Nari, or the Nari, ye madiyaha, all those that belong to me, okay, those that are associated with me, belong to me, te sarve, may all those people do this. What? Bhavantam yajantaha namantaha stuvantaha smarantascha santu. May they always Bhavantam refers to you. Okay, it is accusative. It is in the Dvitiya Vibhakti. Bhavan is the Shabda. Okay, see, Yajanta, Namanta, Stuvanta, Smaranta, all and Bhavanta, all of them have the Inta sound. They may look like similar Shabdas, but then Bhavanta is a Sarvanama Pada and all others are Kriya Pada. Okay, all the others come from Dhatu. Okay, that is Bhavan. But anyway, because it has the Inta sound, it fits nicely in the poem and it gives a beautiful sound effect. Bhavantam, you. May all these people who are there in my house, be it a man or even an animal, my house, my children, and then my relative circle, Bandhu Varga means Bandhu Samoha, okay, the entire collection of my relatives and all those that belong to me, all those things and all those people, te sarve, Bhavantam, you, may they always, yajantaha santu, may they always be doing puja to you. Okay. See, yaj dhatu most commonly it is used to refer to yaga, okay, or yajna, but then it has three arthas, okay. So it can refer to devatarchana or dana or even sangatikarana. Sangatikarana means just meeting, okay. So just coming together of people, that also can be referred to by yaj dhatu, okay. And devatarchana, okay, and then dana yaj can also refer to dana, okay. Yajna itself predominantly means dana, because you are giving away something, and then you're giving up your ownership on things that you give as ahuti. Okay, so that is why the yaj dhatu, which refers to dana, and then from that comes the yajna shabda. Anyway, so bhavantam yajantaha, here it means bhavantam pujantaha santu. May they pujayantaha santu. May they always be worshipping you. Here it refers to devatarchana, and that inta comes from suffix called shatru in Sanskrita. Okay, it's a suffix, that is why you have that yajanta. It is a participle. Okay, so it is used in the, you can think of it as continuous present. Okay, so bhavantam yajantaha santu means what? May they always be worshipping you. Yajantaha santu. Similarly, namantaha santu. May they always be prostrating to you. Namantaha santu. Stuvantaha santu. May they always be singing your glory. And smarantaha cha santu. And may they always be remembering you. Smarantaha cha santu. May they always think of you. May they always worship you. May they always prostrate to you. May they always sing your glory. Why do I want all these people to do these things? Because I am associated with them. Because I do not want to have any other thought other than the thought of yours. I am asking you to make my surrounding like that. So that, because I am not a jnani now, okay, at least in this shloka, when he is referring to the person who, when he is telling this shloka, he is thinking of an ajnani, right? So he cannot be activity-less. He has to involve himself in so many activities. So all of us have to do that. But then if we alone are thinking or meditating upon the Lord, it is not enough, because we will be interacting with the outside world. If the outside world is not in tune with our thoughts and what we are thinking of, it is, suppose, let us say it is something, it is full of something that is opposite to what we are thinking, then also it is a problem, right? So he is requesting the Lord that instead, first you make my head clear, and then also clear the heads of people around me, so that it will be very easy for me, so that I will not have to live in a very bad environment. Make my environment to be good. Give me satsanga. That is what he is asking. Okay, may I always be surrounded by people who are always thinking of you. And even in case I forget, they will remind me of you. It is very easy for me. So first clear my head, then clear the heads of people around me. Clear my environment. May my environment be good. May my mind be good. Then I will be fine. I will have no problem. So, hey Kumara, O Kumara, grihe, in my house, kalatram, my wife is there, and then sutaha, my children are there, bandhuvargaha is there, bandhu samoha is there, my relative circle is there, and then pashuhuva, narova, be it a pashu or a man or a woman. Ye madiyaha, all those that belong to me, all those that are mine. Te sarve, all those people who are associated with me. Bhavantam, you. Yajantaha, namantaha, stuvantaha, smarantascha santu. May they always be worshipping you, prostrating to you, singing your glories. Stuvantaha. Okay, may they always be singing your stuti. Okay, stuti itself means to sing your praise, to sing the glory of somebody. So staumi means I praise somebody. So stuvantaha santu, may they always be praising you. May they always be thinking of you. Smarantaha cha santu, may they always be thinking of you. That is my prarthana in this verse. I hope it is clear. I will go to the next one. मृगाः पक्षिणो दंशकाये च दुष्टाः
मृगाः पक्षिणो दंशकाये च दुष्टाः मृगाः पक्षिणो दंशकाये च दुष्टाः
तथा व्याधयो बाधकाये मदङ्गे
तथा व्याधयो बाधकाये मदङ्गे तथा व्याधयो बाधकाये मदङ्गे
भवच्छक्तितीक्ष्णाग्रभिन्नाः सुदूरे
भवच्छक्तितीक्ष्णाग्रभिन्ना सुदूरे भवच्छक्तितीक्ष्णाग्रभिन्ना सुदूरे
विनश्यन्तु ते चूर्णितक्रौञ्चशैल
विनश्यन्तु ते चूर्णितक्रौञ्चशैला विनश्यन्तु ते चूर्णितक्रौञ्चशैला
मृगाः पक्षिणो दंशकाये च दुष्टाः
मृगाः पक्षिणो दंशकाये च दुष्टाः मृगाः पक्षिणो दंशकाये च दुष्टाः
तथा व्याधयो बाधकाये मदङ्गे
तथा व्याधयो बाधकाये मदङ्गे तथा व्याधयो बाधकाये मदङ्गे
भवच्छक्तितीक्ष्णाग्रभिन्नाः सुदूरे
भवच्छक्तितीक्ष्णाग्रभिन्ना सुदूरे भवच्छक्तितीक्ष्णाग्रभिन्ना सुदूरे
विनश्यन्तु ते चूर्णितक्रौञ्चशैल
विनश्यन्तु ते चूर्णितक्रौञ्चशैला विनश्यन्तु ते चूर्णितक्रौञ्चशैला।
धन्यवादः भगिनी। Another easy verse. मृगाः पक्षिणः दंशकाः ये च दुष्टाः तथा दुष्टाः तथा. I have actually split it even in the verse. It should actually be, when you do the sandhi, it will become dushtas tatha. Okay, so you split visarga sandhi, so you break it as dushtaha tatha vyadhayaha badhakaha ye madange bhavachakti tikshanagrabhinnaha. It is a long compound. How do we split that? Bhavachakti, bhavat shakti, it will become bhavachakti, and then tikshanagra, tikshana agra bhinnaha. So bhavachakti tikshanagra bhinnaha sudure vinashyantu te churnitakrauncha shaila. Okay. मृगाः पक्षिणः दंशकाः ये च दुष्टाः तथा व्याधयः बाधकाः ये मदङ्गे भवत् शक्ति तीक्ष्ण अग्रभिन्नाः सुदूरे विनश्यन्तु ते चूर्णितक्रौञ्चशैल. So चूर्णितक्रौञ्चशैल is how the Acharya is addressing Muruga here. So that is a Sambodhana, okay, to Lord Muruga. He is addressing him as Churnita Krauncha Shaila, O destroyer of Kraunchagiri. Okay, so this we know the legend, right? That one of the brothers of Shura, okay, he became the Kraunchagiri, okay, and he guarded the Veera Mahendrapura. Okay, so before entering Shura's city, Muruga had to destroy this Kraunchagiri. Okay, so he destroyed the Kraunchagiri with his spear. Okay, that is why he is called Churnita Krauncha Shaila. Okay, so the one who destroyed, or the one Churnita means made into pieces. Okay, so he made that mountain into pieces. He destroyed it completely with his spear. So, O Churnita Krauncha Shaila, O destroyer of Kraunchagiri. Okay, that Kraunchagiri itself was an asura only. I think Tarakasura became the Krauncha Shaila or Simhamukha probably. Either of these asuras took the form of the Krauncha hill. Okay, so in many Tirupugals, Arunagirinathar refers to this, and he says, Malai Mavu Sinda Alai Velai Anja Vadivel Erinda Atidira. So Malai Mavu Sinda means Malai means mountain, right? Mavu refers to the mango tree. Okay, so Shura, so he took many forms, okay, before getting killed at the hands of Muruga. So finally he took the form of a tree. Okay, so he destroyed both the tree and the giri. That is why he is called he says Malai Mavu Sinda. Okay, Alai Vela Yanja Vadivel Erinda Atitira. So the one who used the spear and destroyed both the Malai and the Mavu, the tree and the giri. So Churnita Krauncha Shaila, O destroyer of Krauncha Shaila. So now what is he saying now? Madange ye mrigaha. So all this time he was talking about Adhi. Predominantly in this verse, in the shloka, if we see in the stotra, he has been referring to Manovyatham Duri Kuru, Manovyatham Nashaya, Adhim Nashaya, Ityeva, Prayana Prarthana Vartate Atra. In only one of the shloka, the Apasmarak shloka, he referred to a series of diseases that are affecting physically. Right? So here is another verse where he refers to physical problems. Okay. So, Madange ye mrigaha, pakshinaha, damshakaha, tatha ye cha dushtaha, vyadhayaha, badhakaha. So, bhavanti is understood, it should be in brackets because it is not there in the shloka. So, Madange, in my body, okay, in my body, ye mrigaha, those animals, okay, mrigaha here refers to an animal. Pakshinaha, birds, pakshi, pakshino, pakshinaha, ityatra bahuvachan. So, pakshinaha, birds. Then damshakaha. See, damshaka generally it comes from damsh, dasha dhatu. Okay, means to bite. Okay, so damshaka is that which bites. So it can refer to a dog also sometimes, but mostly it is used to refer to flies. Okay, that bite, that have a sting. Okay, so damshakaha. Mrigaha, because dog is included in mriga. Okay, so we did not repeat that here. That is why here we can take it to referring to flies that bite. Okay, so mrigaha, pakshinaha, all those mrigas, birds and damshakas. Okay, those that bite me. Tatha cha, also tatha ye cha dushtaha vyadhayaha, and all those cruel diseases. Okay, vyadhi refers to physical affliction. Adhi refers to mental affliction. We saw that earlier. So all the cruel diseases, though madange ye badhakaha bhavanti, all those that trouble my body. It can come from an animal, it can come from a bird, okay, it can come from flies, okay. Very, very relevant in these days. From any place, virus can come, right? So, mrigaha, pakshinaha, damshakaha, tatha ye cha dushtaha vyadhayaha, cruel diseases that trouble my body. Badhakaha bhavanti. Ye madange badhakaha bhavanti. All those that are a problem to my body, that give that trouble my body. Te sarve. Okay, all those things. What should happen to them? Te sarve sudure vinashyantu. May they be destroyed. Okay, may they be vinashyantu. Means what? May they get destroyed. Okay, sudure, far off. Okay, they need not even come near me. Okay, so durataha vinashyantu. May they be destroyed far, far away from me. I need not even have to have the displeasure of coming near coming near such cruel diseases. May they be destroyed far, far away from me. And how should they be destroyed? Bhavat shakti tikshana agrabhinnaha. So you have a shaktiyayudha in your hand. You have a spear. And how is the agrabhaga? How is it tipped? It is very, very sharp. Tikshana. Right? Tikshana means very sharp. So tikshana agrabhaga bhinnaha. So may they be destroyed by the sharp Shakti that you are wielding. Okay, Bhavat Shakti Tikshana Agra Bhinnaha. Bhinnaha here means Vidaritaha. Okay, may they be tore into pieces. May they tear into pieces because of your veil that you have in your hand, because it has got a very, very sharp edge. Okay, so may all these cruel things that are affecting me be destroyed because of the veil that you have. Okay, so there are actually stotras in Tamil that are composed not on Muruga but on the veil. Okay, the glory of the veil is so much that there are stotras that are composed on the veil. So one of the Padigam, it is Veil Maral Padigam. Okay, so it says, what can the veil do? Okay, it says, Tudikkum adiyavar koruvar kedukka idar ninaikin avar kulattai mudal arakkalayum yanakkur thunayagum. It is a beautiful mantra. Okay, Veil Maral. It is chanted by many even today in Tamil Nadu. Okay, they get cured of different types of diseases and mental problems. This is considered a very, 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 very nice mantropaya. Okay, it's a mantra that is chanted. Okay, the Veil Maral. So it says, Tudikkum adi avar koruvar kedikka idar ninaikin. So if somebody is thinking of troubling a devotee, okay, who is ever devoted to Muruga, then this veil, okay, it will destroy the kula of that person, it says. Okay, it will finish off that enemy completely. Okay, you should, so he has not even committed any crime or he has not caused any problem to the devotee. He has only thought about troubling a devotee. Tudikkum adi avarku oruvar kedukka idar ninaikin. You just have to think that I will trouble this devotee and then you are finished. Okay, and you will not be finished by Muruga. He will not come. Okay, his veil is enough. Okay, that Shakyayudha will finish off this person who is just thinking about destroying the devotee or inflicting some harm upon him. Okay, so such is the power of the veil. So this veil, that is what Acharya is also praying to. He says, Bhavat Shakti Tikshana Agrabhinnaha Sudure Vinashyantu. May they all be destroyed because of the sharp spear that you are having. May they be destroyed by tearing them into pieces. Okay. Tikshana Agrabhinnaha Vidaritaha Sudure, far off. Okay. Vinashyantu. ये मृगाः पक्षिणः दंशकाः तथा ये च दुष्टाः व्याधयः बाधकाः. So madange ye badhakaah, all those that are troubling, okay, causing trouble to my body, in my body, all those that will become badhakas. What are the possibilities? Mrigaha, I can have problems because of animals, different types of cruel animals. Okay, mrigaha, or even dogs these days. Okay, dogs are a problem. Birds can cause flu, they are saying. So birds are also a problem. Pakshinaha, and then damshakaha, the flies that bite. Okay, so damshakaha, tatha, and yeja dushtaha vyadhayaha, cruel diseases that can cause me immense pain. All those badhakaha, te shakti tikshanagra bhinnaha vinashyantu. So may they be destroyed by the sharp spear that you wield. Okay, so that is the Tatparya. Can we do one more verse? I'm just thinking if there is time. I think we can do easy verses.
It's 8:15 past 8:17.
8:17, or if there are, I'll just see if there are many questions. So those who have questions, kripaya sujayatu. So if there are not many questions, I think I will do one more, because Wednesday will be our last class.
Yeah.
So I think we can. What do you suggest, Bhagini? I don't know. Okay.
Yeah. How many more are left, Bhagini? Shlokas.
Three shlokas. Three shlokas.
Three shlokas. So then we should do one more, I think.
Yeah, we will do one more. Okay, it's an easy one, very easy one.
Yes.
Which we will finish. Kshamyatam. Janitri pita cha swaputra paradham.
Janitri pita cha swaputra paradham. Janitri pita cha swaputra paradham.
Sahetena kim devasenadhinatha.
Sahetena kim devasenadhinatha. Sahetena सहेतेन किं देवसेनाधिनाथ
अहं चाति बालो भवान् लोकतातः
अहं चाति बालो भवान् लोकतातः अहं चाति बालो भवान् लोकतातः
क्षमस्वापराधं समस्तं महेश
क्षमस्वापराधं समस्तं महेश क्षमस्वापराधं समस्तं महेश
जनित्री पिता च स्वपुत्रापराधम्
जनित्री पिता च स्वपुत्रापराधम् जनित्री पिता च स्वपुत्रापराधम्
सहेतेन किं देवसेनाधिनाथ
सहेतेन किं देवसेनाधिनाथ सहेतेन किं देवसेनाधिनाथ
अहं चाति बालो भवान् लोकतातः
अहं चाति बालो भवान् लोकतातः अहं चाति बालो भवान् लोकतातः
क्षमस्वापराधं समस्तं महेश
क्षमस्वापराधं समस्तं महेश क्षमस्वापराधं समस्तं महेश
धन्यवादः भगिनी पदच्छेदः जनित्री पिता च स्वपुत्र अपराधं जनित्री पिता च स्वपुत्रापराधं स्वपुत्र अपराधं सहेतेन किं देवसेनाधिनाथ अहं च अतिबालः भवान् लोकतातः देवसेना अधिनाथ can split it that also there like that also devasena adhinath but it's a very popular word shabda that is referred to that refers to Muruga devasena adhinath devasenapate devasenadhinath aham cha atibalah bhavan lokatatah kshamaswa aparadham samastam mahesha. It's a fairly simple verse. So it is an aparadha kshamapana prarthana, right? So as it is very clear, aparadham kshamaswa. So he is praying. He says, Kripaya mama aparadham kshamaswa. Please forgive all my misdeeds, all that I may have done, okay, knowingly or unknowingly. Samastam aparadham, all the aparadhas, not those that I did knowingly, did not that which I did without knowing, no distinguishing. Okay, all the aparadhas, anything that I may have committed, samastam aparadham kshamasva. Okay, that is what he prays. Hey Mahesha, okay, oh great Isha. Okay, Mahesha, he is addressing Muruga as Mahesha, and there is another Sambodhana pada. He says, hey Devasena Adhinatha, oh Devasena Pate. And you have to forgive. Okay, it is not like you have a choice. Okay, why should you forgive? Definitely because he gives a reason. Janitri pita cha swaputraparadham na sahete kim. So in the world we commonly see that Janitri and pita, okay, mother and father, Janani, Janitri, paryaya padani, Janitri, Janani, Amba, okay, Mata, Pita, we know, father. Both mother and father, swaputraparadham na sahete kim. Don't they bear the mistakes? Okay, sahana here means don't they forgive, don't they bear it? Okay, do they make a big fuss about it? They easily bear it, right? Swaputra aparadham, swaputra krita aparadham, all the aparadhas that are done by their child. Okay, see, they may punish okay, in order to give a shiksha for the child, that they may do because they are responsible people in responsible position. They have to do it, that they may do, but they will never keep it at heart, right? So they will forgive it in their heart, and but then whatever shiksha has to be given externally, that they will do, but in their hearts they are forgiving. That is the nature of parents, right? Janitri pita cha swaputraparadham na sahete kim. Don't they bear the aparadhas of their children, of the aparadhas that are committed by their children? Don't they do it? It is seen in the world commonly. That is what I observe. And there is another thing that I know, that I am atibalaha. I am very, very small. Okay. Atibalaha here means you are so huge in comparison to me. You are so big. You are the Lord of the three worlds. You are my Janayita. You are my Pita. You are the originator of this entire universe, and in front of you, I am a speck. I am nothing. Atibalaha, that is what he says. I am nothing in front of you. So if you are going to be angry and unforgiving of such a small person, okay, who is nothing in front of you, you are so great. If you are going to hold in your heart my misgivings, that is so unbecoming of you. That is not at all, that does not suit you, he says. Aham cha atibalaha bhavan lokatataha. You are the father of the entire universe, lokatataha, and I am nothing in front of you. So to count the misdeed of such a small person, it does not befit you. Okay, so please forgive all my misgivings. Samastam aparadham kshamasva. He Devasenadhinatha, O Senapati of the Devasena, Janitri Pitacha, mother and father, don't they forgive the aparadhas committed by their putras. Swaputra aparadham na sahete kim. Don't they bear with it? Aham cha atibalaha. I am very, very, very small. Bhavan lokatataha. You are the father of the entire universe. He Mahesha, O Lord of the worlds. Samastam mama samastam aparadham kshamasva. Please forgive all my misdeeds. Okay, that is my prarthana, is what he says. It's a very, very simple verse. And he says this nicely. I think even in Kanda Shakti Kavasam, it is told more nicely. Okay, because he says, Porupadu unkadan, somewhere in Kanda Shakti Kavasam, or some, I think, yeah, in Kanda Shakti Kavasam only. He says, I will do aparadhas only because that is what I am capable of. I am not capable of doing great deeds. Okay. And to bear with it is your duty. You are duty bound to bear it. Okay. It is your vidhi because you created me. You created such a being. And now it is your responsibility to bear with all that I do. Okay. So that is what Acharya also says here. Aham cha atibalaha. I am nothing. You are lokatata and you are my creator. So you have to bear with all that I do. So it does not befit you to keep the misgivings or misdeeds done by me in your heart. You can punish me. That is understood. That is why he says Janitri Pita Udaharana. Okay. Of course, he can punish us. Okay. Punish, or it is not punishment, it is rather shiksha. Okay. Because parents have that responsibility to give shiksha to their children. Otherwise, they are not responsible parents. But then they will not keep that in their heart. Okay. Their love will not become less. So they will only do what is right for the child. That is what you also have to do. So please do what is right for me. I know that you are my hita chintaka. You always think of what is right for me. Okay, what will bring me ultimate good. So do that, but don't keep any. I know that your heart is overflowing with love for me, but please don't keep my misdeeds in your heart. Please don't count them. Okay, that is what he requests. And I think we can take the questions now. It's a fairly easy shloka. I will take the written questions first. Nranam means of human being. Shashti vibhakti bahuvachana nr shabda. Okay, refers to man or human. Okay? Man, nr. Okay. So nr is the shabda. So nranam. Okay, the prathama vibhakti ekavachana will be na narau naraha. Okay, so nranam is shashti vibhakti bahuvachana. Okay, of men. What is meant by avyaya? Oh, okay. Avyaya is an indeclinable. Okay, it will not see generally a shabda. Okay, a namapada means will have forms in all the 8 vibhakti, 7 vibhaktis. Okay, then Rama, Rama, Ramaha, etc. Or if it is a dhatu. Okay, from that, if you have kriya pada, it will have various forms in 10 different lakaras. But this avyaya will never change. That which does not change is an avyaya. It will always be the same. Suppose you have this pada, for example, cha. It is always cha. It is not che, chau, chaha, nothing like that. Only cha. Okay, so it never changes its form. That is why it's called an avyaya. Dranam. And then we have malayai mavaga sindumbadi malai mavu sindaya. You can say like that, but I think I am not an expert in Tamil, but I have read it somewhere that mavu also refers to a mango tree in Tamil. You can refer to it. Malai mavu refers to a mango tree. I think so. I may be wrong. In shloka number 30, line number 3, Lokanathaha, Lokatataha. Okay, Lokatata. Tata, I think we have referred to that pada in an earlier verse. It refers to somebody who is elderly. It can refer to father. Okay, or it can also sometimes refer to a child. You can lovingly address your child as Tata. Okay, but here it refers, Tata will be more appropriate than Nata because you are the universe's father. Okay, and like how the parents bear the aparadhas of their children, it will befit you to bear my aparadhas because I am your child and you are the father of this universe, and because of that you are my father too, so you should bear my aparadha will be more proper. It can also be Natha, it will not be grammatically wrong. Okay, that okay. I think Ramesh Mahodaya, I have unmuted you. Ramesh Mahodaya, Shruyate va? I have unmuted you.
Hello.
Ha, namaste.
Namaste. What is the meaning of Agra Bhinnaha? Agra means what?
Agra means a tip. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Sure. Dhanyavad.
Then there is 53780. I don't know. There is no name. There's just the device name. I have unmuted you, Mahodaya. Okay, I think there is no question. Yeah, that is all. No more raised hands, I think. Viramamaha. Dhanyavadaha. Bhagini, I think that is all. So, yeah. So there is one thing I wanted to just mention, that Wednesday will be the last class and there will be a written assessment on the 20th. Okay, during the same time as the class. Okay, it will be on the 20th. I think it is the next Wednesday. So coming Wednesday will be the last class, and then there is 1 week time. So I think there are some holidays coming in between, festival season. Pongal is coming, so Sankaranti. And then we will have the assessment on the next Wednesday, and by then the notes will also be uploaded for all the classes. You can revise and then come for the assessment. It will be a multiple choice question, around 50 to 60 questions. Okay. And now there are raised hands, I think. Sandhya Mahodaya, I have unmuted you.
Can you hear me? Namaste.
Namaste, I can hear you.
You just, I'm very appreciative of what you are doing and the way you are explaining to us. That's it. Can we? Yeah. Can we take a written assessment in English?
Yeah, it will be in written. No, it will be in English. It will be in English. The course has also been in English, so it will be in English. No problem. Okay, you will be able to attend.
And you explained avyaya very nicely. That one word utaho is avyaya. The first.
Yes. Utaho is an avyaya. Yes.
Okay, it had been bothering me a lot that I couldn't understand the word avyaya, and you explained it beautifully. So thank you very much.
Dhanyavadaha Bhagini.
Namaste.
Namaste. धन्यवादाः पुनः मिलामः
नमो नमः सर्वेभ्यः राम राम